Welcome to the Social University Podcast. We are so glad you're joining us today because we want to help business owners, entrepreneurs, and people just like you who want to build their business online. Listen, if we can do it, you can do it. So let's go.
Welcome to February. All this month, we are talking about things we love and things that you're going to love. Today, specifically, businesses that have our hearts this February. Next week, we're going to talk about AI for the win, smart solutions that we love. The 21st, we're going to talk about why we're head over heels for video content. And the last week of February, we're going to talk about training we love, continuing education opportunities that we support and participate in. Let's go ahead and jump in. Today, we are going to talk about businesses that have our hearts this February. And I like to break this down by category because there are so many amazing local businesses here in Birmingham and in Alabama. I want to make sure that you guys kind of know what's what. So our categories are food and dining, retail, service, and nonprofit. So let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Food is our first category. It's short, but I want to make sure you guys know locally owned businesses that are great places to stop in. Ashley Mack's, it has some of the best chicken salad I've ever had in my life. If you are a Thai food lover, you have to go to Surin on 280. Our team, when they come from out of state, when they travel here to see us, it's on the checklist every single time. Our team, we love it. We go as often as we can. Cookie Fix is a great success story for a female-owned business. Ashley Mack's is also female-owned, which I am partial to. I love that. Cookie Fix is the best, and I know I'm going to catch heat for saying this out loud for my team. Cookie Best is the best local cookie place, hands down. Hands down. They've got some of the best cookies ever, and they change their menu daily because everything is made fresh daily. If you haven't had a chance to pop in there and check it out, I highly recommend it. K&J Elegant Pastries is another woman-owned business. Again, love that. They do everything from custom cakes, which are stunningly beautiful, to specialty shakes, those shakes that are, this tall and full of color and flavor, beautiful. Red Cat Coffee House. I am not a big coffee person, but highly recommended from my team. They just love it. We also have Cahaba Brewery on here that I have experienced. They make everything themselves. It's a local brewery that's on 119. You can go in. They have a pretty good menu. Actually, everything I've had from there has been good. And they have a bunch of different, very unique flavors for you to sample while you're there. Sample may be the wrong terminology. You're probably going to need to pay for those, but definitely try some of the different flavors, including root beer, which I thought was amazing for, non-alcoholic drinkers, if that's something you want to enjoy. Cat and Bird Winery on 280. I love this place. They have tastings every single Saturday, so you can go and do like a fruit and cheese plate and then sample their different wines. The first time I ever popped in there, and I'm not a big wine connoisseur, so I don't feel super educated on wine, and I asked a bunch of questions. They answered all my questions. They made recommendations. They let me take a small sample before I made my purchase. I have called them and gone by and picked up stuff by the case. I've gone by and picked up a single bottle. So it's really an amazing location. And if you have an event, they are available for rental. They have a pavilion outside. Considering it was 65 degrees yesterday, would be a good option for, right now. Just saying. Okay, our second category in businesses we love, retail. I cannot say this enough. We highlight them every year. Alabama Goods might be my favorite place ever. They specialize in Alabama-owned and operated businesses, and they will only sell product from Alabama businesses. They are the largest pottery dealer in the state. I love them. If you haven't had a chance to go by, they have a great Earthborn Studio selection, which is also female-owned and an Alabama business. Love it. They have food. They have gift baskets. They do pottery. They have clothing. They have ornaments at Christmas. Their candles are amazing. It's just a great location. If you have a chance to stop by there, they have a Homewood and now a Hoover location not next to the gallery. It's on 150, but it is there. If you want to stop by the new place on 150, it's huge. Also retail, Sojourn's Fair Trade. It is a no sweatshop labor, no child labor, no forced labor location. Artisans are paid fair and living wages and work in safe conditions. They work with over 400 artisan cooperatives in 60 countries. 60% are women, and many of these women have been liberated or protected from sex trafficking, so every purchase you make makes a difference to them. Our third retail location this year is Alabama Booksmith. It is an independent bookstore where every book is signed. I'm all about books. I love being able to walk into an independent bookstore. It's just a very quaint, great place to check out. Okay, moving forward, we have service options, which there's a lot of things that are covered under service. In particular, we like to start kind of in our own backyard. So I like to highlight vendors that we actually work with regularly. So we're going to start out with WP Site Mason. He is amazing. Ben, you guys have heard me talk about him. He's been a guest on our podcast. He's been a guest on our lives. Whether you need a one-time WordPress fix or a complete website overhaul or ongoing WordPress support, and he offers hosting as well. One of my favorite things about his hosting is that it includes everything. So if you have a small edit or a tweak or an update, those updates to me, it's like magic because they just happen behind the scenes, whether I know about it or not. In any kind of edits, they're included in your monthly hosting. So I love that. Love that. Another vendor we work with regularly is Enthusiast Marketing. That's Lisa Shook. She offers marketing strategies simplified. It's the easiest way to describe what she does. If you need a plan, if you need a strategy to move forward, if you need research, if you need your competitors' research so you know how to proceed, she gives you clarity and helps you move forward. And I think marketing, especially for a small business owner, it's one of the things that's the most overlooked. I think small business owners get so bogged down kind of in their day-to-day, they forget that they need to pick a direction or pick a focus, and she can definitely help with that. We use her for our strategies. She's the only person we use for strategies, and she's StoryBrand certified. So if you are looking for inspiration or assistance with your marketing, she's the one. Deborah Michelle Photography, we just hired her recently to do our headshots and our company shots when everybody came from out of town for the holidays. I cannot tell you what a great experience it was. She came on site. Her pricing was very reasonable. She took care of those headshots for us and so quickly. She knew we wanted to get one in particular out pretty quickly. So she turned around a handful so that we could use those on our social immediately. And then I had the entire portfolio in less than, I think it was a month. I was surprised at how quickly that she turned it all around. Very professional, just a great experience. And the pictures were amazing. Amazing. Miss Annie's Home Kitchen, she is also local. She teaches you how to make easy snacks and meals for your family. She has a couple of really, really good cookbooks. I am fascinated with their eye for detail. The last cookbook I got from her has a QR code on every page, so you can watch a video or you can read the description, which I think is amazing. Guys, I'm all about the video. I love it. So Miss Annie's Home Kitchen, love her. Prop House Designs, they offer rentable resources for special events. So if you want giant letters to spell out your company name, you can rent it from there. If you're looking for a fountain or furniture, the last time we went to the Momentum conference, I got furniture from her. It was stunningly beautiful and it matched our branding. Purple sofas. I had a purple and orange. It was just gorgeous. And I wasn't really sure what I needed, which I'm sure is their favorite thing ever, to have a clueless person call them and say, what do you need? I don't know. But I kind of turned it over to their design team and they did just a great job. They sent a layout for what they recommended with the pieces they recommended. And I was not really sure on all of that, but man, it looked amazing when I just kind of got out of my own way and let them handle it. They just did such a great job. Let's see who's next. Mainstay Cleaning. Amazing local company, also female owned. They do residential cleaning, office cleaning, after party, or move in, move out. My first experience with Mainstay was my move in when I moved into my house a couple of years ago. They cleaned stuff I didn't even think about, which, I mean, clean, stunningly clean. They had a team in here that worked for hours to make sure that this place was spotless before I moved in. Amazing. I just love them. And if you're an ongoing client and you refer a friend, she will give you an equal service at no charge, which again, amazing referral program. I just love them. And if you do decide to use that service, they let you know when they're on the way and they're 30 minutes out. And they let you know when they're done. She communicates better than most any business I've encountered. Her emails and her reminders they're just amazing. So if you are interested in cleaning, especially locally, Mainstay Cleaning, wonderful. And you guys, when you have an opportunity to watch this, or if you're reading this on the blog, we'll have links included for all of these. If you'll just give us a couple of, maybe a day to put it together, I'll have links for all these businesses so you can go check them out for yourself. And then our last retail is H2T Grooming and Lodging. It's pet grooming, pet boarding, lodging, bathing, nail clipping, buffing, teeth brushing, ear cleaning, anything that you can have for your pet. I believe they're in Chelsea. They came very highly recommended. I would love some feedback also on them, but my team loves them. So H2T Grooming. Okay. Our next category that we're going to cover is community. And I can't, the first community-based organization I'm going to recommend for you guys is Momentum. It is a leadership development program for executives and early career women. Love them. They're all of these are nonprofits. We have worked very closely with Momentum over the last few years. Their big conference is coming up in March. We have about 5 weeks left. If you are anywhere in Alabama and you can attend that, I highly recommend it. You'll be surrounded by 1,500 other business-oriented, goal-oriented women in business. They have a men in business program too. I'm an alum from their program. I highly recommend it. And if you want to go check out what they offer, they have a whole podcast series. They have a webinar series. They have free online training. There is just so much free information there if you want to go check them out. Again, Momentum Leadership, amazing organization. Lakeshore Foundation, it promotes independence for people with physically disabling conditions. Great nonprofit. And, I've had friends and family who've experienced this foundation, recommend it very highly. Coach Safely, and this is new to me. I was just made aware of this nonprofit in the last year, but their mission is to limit youth sports related injuries through research, advocacy, and education of coaches, parents, physical educators, and other influential figures in the life of a young athlete. So when your 13-year-old son or daughter is playing football and they get tackled, Coach Safely, that's the organization that trains the coach that's right there, the physical educator that's right there, the parent volunteers who are right there to recognize concussion and help your child immediately. So if your child is in sports and you are not familiar with Coach Safely, go check out their website. And a lot of their services are free. And a lot of their services are legally required in order to be a coach in the state of Alabama. Very important stuff. And we just recently have had helmet laws passed here. It hadn't even been, I don't think it's even been 5 years. So I love the safety. I love the safety promotion, especially for kids. Our next nonprofit is Alabama Guardianship. It develops resources. Their whole mission is to develop resources and provide education, training, research, coordinate efforts to improve the situation for Alabama adult guardianship and conservatorship system as a means of providing decision-making support. What does that mean? It means when you are Gen X and you have a kid in college and a parent that's older that might need assistance, or conservatorship or guardianship, they are the resource location. They can help educate you, answer your questions, and a lot of these situations are very difficult. If you have a parent who's recently been diagnosed with dementia, that's the resource you want to go to so they can answer your questions about what you need to do and how you need to do it. Getting guardianship for children who are in danger is an easier process than an adult who is in a situation that needs assistance. And whether it's from, if you have impaired mental faculties, you don't have to be 80 years old to get their help. You might have a child or know someone who's in their 20s who also needs conservatorship. So it's not reserved for seniors. It's for anyone who needs assistance with guardianship in the state of Alabama. Food Bank of Central Alabama, they feed people in need today so they can and foster collaborative solutions to end hunger tomorrow. They have they feed about 140,000 people at risk for hunger every single month. I love that. I love that I very much believe in domestic safety, child safety, and feeding kids. There are so many kids who need assistance, who might go to bed hungry, who need help. And this is just a great resource, the Food Bank of Central Alabama, and it's available for everybody. So, excuse me, if that's something that you are looking for, I highly recommend it. Magic City Acceptance Center, their mission is acceptance. Okay, I'm saying this wrong. The mission for Magic City Acceptance Academy, that was a mouthful, is to facilitate a community where all learners are empowered to embrace their education and achieve success in a LGBTQ learning environment. It is a tuition-free charter school serving grades 6 through 12, but mostly it is a safe location for kids who are struggling, who have been bullied, who are having issues, so they can be in a safe environment to learn. It's very difficult to learn when you're afraid every day. So it provides that safe environment for LGBTQ kids who might need assistance. Safe House, this is very close to my heart. I am a volunteer. My team volunteers. They empower survivors of domestic and sexual violence. Safe House is a nonprofit United Way organization, and they provide critical domestic and sexual violence response and prevention and intervention programs for communities all across Alabama, especially Shelby and Chilton of Central Alabama. It's free. It's confidential. If you know anyone who is struggling or who might need assistance, please send them to Safe House. That resource, that's exactly what they're there for. They're there to help. And our last nonprofit is called Prodigal Pottery. It's handmade by women who are fleeing homelessness and domestic abuse and sex trafficking outside of Birmingham, Alabama. So all of those proceeds go to support women who are recovering from an abuse situation, whether it's sex traffic or domestic, they are in recovery, and this helps support them as a whole. So those are all of our local businesses that we love. Again, this is one of my favorite segments we do annually so that we can talk about some of these awesome local businesses that I hope I introduced you to some local businesses and nonprofits that you were not aware of that now you know about. Next week, we are going to talk about AI tools that we love. And I know you guys have heard the term AI probably 200 times in the last 5 minutes. Everybody is talking about it. ChatGPT is being discussed everywhere. I want to talk to you guys about what tools are effective and how you can implement those for your business. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or send us a DM. And until next week, I am Karen Taradas with Social U, and I am here to help. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us for the Social University podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media at Stay Social U. That's the letter U. And we will talk to you next week. Remember, you've got this.